When I designed the Business Connect programme, it was basically to do two things. Firstly, to take the housing sector, which has a very strong social purpose, and start to connect it with the private sector, which has a very commercial perspective. But also the recognition that private sector organisations, a lot of trust in those organisations is being lost, and they're looking for their social purpose. So for me, it seems a natural fit.
I went to Joseph Rowntree in York, I went to Birmingham Airport, I went to Birmingham NEC and Harlequins Today, and all of those organisations were incredibly different from one another, and yet in some respects there were different things you took away from each of those and were able to take back to the organisation.
Part of the emphasis about Business Connect is the experiential learning. What we want to do is to come in, have people be challenged, to be immersed and really get under the bonnet of what makes this organisation tick.
We're coming into the market now where we have to have a product, and our product has to stand up against the likes of IKEA homes, Tesco homes, branded homes that are set for certain individuals. We need to stack our market and our homes against people like that to say, you know what, you have a choice, choose us.
Successful organisations are successful for a reason, and what we've found through all of the Business Connect visits that we've done is that there is a similar emphasis around its leadership style, around its communications, but most of all around its culture and what it wants to create.
In housing there's huge values. Values are very important to driving the success of the business model, and it's similarly for rugby. So there's a lot of synergies, and there's ways of looking at how do we connect with our supporters versus customers. How do you keep values at the core of everything you do?
In the past we've been very strong on social purpose but not always on kind of commercial effectiveness. So I think there are a lot of things that we can learn, and we are increasingly able to get sharper in those areas.
We take a lot of time to select the organisations and particularly try to get the leadership team within those organisations to come along. So we want to hear from the chief execs, the directors, the people who make the decisions, not just about what makes the business tick, but what makes them the people that they are.
You absolutely kind of come away excited, enthused and thinking, I want to go back and do that now. And that's certainly been this morning with Harlequins. It's just been fantastic.
If you sit in your bubble of social housing and don't learn, and don't go out and experience anything else, you're not going to change anything. So it's about learning and sharing.
Our key focus isn't to make money. Our key focus is to play the best rugby and to keep our supporters engaged in what we do. And there's so many other synergies from a housing perspective. It's not about profitability, it's about the best homes, the best communities and all those sorts of things.
I think there's definitely a place for someone to encourage thinking outside the sector.
We're still finding out now from organisations the impact that being on a Business Connect visit has actually had on their organisation 18 months, 2 years later.
We've got to go out and find it. We've got to have someone to help and support us in doing that. That's what Housemarque's doing.
But sometimes we don't quite look outside and see what everybody else is doing. I think Housemarque are the only people that are doing something like this, and it's very exciting.